Hey, what's good, everybody? Hope you are all well. Um, hey, Dito, good morning. I'm just gonna do a quick kind of. I put one card pull, but I'll use a few of the decks, right? I'm not gonna go too deep because I want to do all signs for this weekend later, if not later tonight, tomorrow morning, right? But right now, yeah, I'm just gonna go through all the signs real quick, and then that way, maybe if I have time, I could open it up for questions after. If anyone wants to ask a question. Hey, Foster Town, good morning. Also, I just came out with this new video for. It's not a brand new song, but I had a lot of fun making a video for it, so I put a link in the chat, right? So maybe later, yeah, if I pull a question for somebody, then they could go comment on the song, hype it up or something like that. So anyways, all right, let's go ahead and get started. It's Leo season. So let's start with Leo, right? I'm just gonna do kind of quick messages. I won't go too deep because I want to do another deeper reading later. But let's see. Okay, so for Leo right now, what's a message for today? Yeah, I guess we could do it like a little daily message for today, right? For Leo. Okay, wow. Wow, that's deep. Your intuition isn't ghosting you, you're just not listening. Okay. So there's definitely some of you that are Leos that you're being communicated with is just for some reason you're choosing not to listen, right? You're choosing not to listen. Whenever something's happening, I always ask, I have my super um astrologically savvy friends that know everything about today's placement is this and that and that and this. So I'm always like, hey, is there something going on today with so that's funny. That kind of resonated because, I don't know. So, oh, wow, that one just flew out. And that's funny because they told me something about Neptune. So maybe you've been getting the messages in your dreams. So, Leo, right now, maybe they are talking to you. Maybe it's been coming in your dreams, right? Neptune dreams. If you dreamed anything last night, try to write it down, try to remember. Imagination, memories, the subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, walls, veils, magic. Yesterday I did a meditation. I started getting all these messages, right? And I don't always do that. I literally stopped. I sat down. I started meditating, and bam, I was having a whole conversation, right? So yeah, sometimes you just, I mean, it's there. It's available to you if you do it. You know what I mean? Oh shoot, I have some of these cards. I don't want something to come out in reverse because I had these cards in reverse. So I know I saw something in reverse here. There it is. Okay. Wow. Like half the deck was okay. All right. So one more from this deck for Leo, and then I'll move on to the next sign. I don't want to take too long here. Wow. Okay. So there's, yeah, maybe something with the burdens. That's why you're not listening, Leo, at this time. So that's the daily message, or maybe for today, there'll be some burdens that they're trying to show you, hey, that's not yours to carry, right? Or don't over extend. I heard the word extend. Don't overextend yourself today. Don't carry burdens that aren't yours to carry. Maybe someone wants to share something with you, and hey, it's fine if you want to create that space to listen to them, but it's not your burden to carry. So that's the message for today, Leo. Let's move on to Aries, right? Um, okay, let me go because I think yesterday or when did I do the all signs that I went the like I just kept going. So okay, Leo, Aries. So for Aries, what's a message for today? I already got chills. That's crazy. Okay, so Aries, what's the message for today? Wow, maybe similar. Wow, maybe something with the fire signs, right? Because something similar. You are not everyone's emotional support wizard. Maybe this weekend, starting today, it's kind of taking some time for yourself. Help me fix this. Nope, I'm sad. Fix this. You are not everyone's emotional support wizard. Wow. Okay. So Aries. Wow, that's interesting. Maybe this is the collective energy right now. Hmm. Opportunity. Maybe, wow. Taking some time for yourself, maybe doing some painting. Yeah, I don't know. That window gives like ocean vibes right now with that blue, right? Like looking out a window at the ocean, chilling, right? Collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunities, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, develops. So there's something there about an opportunity, maybe creating an opportunity because it says creating opportunities for yourself to relax and not be everyone's emotional support wizard, right? Yeah, I mean it's different. It's not exactly like oh wow, that one wow, and there you are, Aries. Wow. See, creates and look at the wizard, right? So you definitely have that magician type energy, right? You have the ability to create something seemingly out of thin air, and maybe it's about that taking some time for yourself and not being everybody else's support wizard, right? Creates possibilities for, opens doors. But it feels like for yourself in this, and I got chills. It feels like for yourself in this instance, right? Inspiration, good news. I don't know, maybe you haven't found any passion for anything lately. So this is like finding a new passion. Something all of a sudden makes you enthusiastic. Maybe today, right? So pay attention today. If there's something that just out of nowhere kind of gets you excited and you're like, you know what, I want to do that, right? So yeah, maybe something with the ocean, right? Go jet skiing, go do something that all of a sudden it's like, you know, yeah, something, maybe something out of your comfort zone. So, okay, let me see who's next. Aries, Taurus, right? Okay, Taurus. Let's see, let me shuffle one more time. All right. Whoa. Okay. That's funny. Taurus, right? Maybe you've been impatient lately. Where's my order? Divine timing, 2 day shipping, delayed. The universe is not Amazon Prime. Wow. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe you've been trying to manifest and who did this? This came up for someone where it's like you have to learn the in betweens, right? When there's something like cultivating or something that's being born, it's not like, you don't water a plant and then, oh, it's there the next day, right? I mean, I've heard of people that are able to do that, right? But in this case, maybe they're showing like, right, it's about the in betweens. Like, if you put it out there, I feel like it's coming, right? That's what I'm getting. But you have to learn about the in between, right? There's things you could still do with your time. Hey, Brittany, good morning. Let me see. Wow, okay. Why are you being impatient with like love type stuff, Taurus? Seventh house relating seven. See, and that's, seven's that divine number. So maybe you're like, oh, what happened, universe? I thought you said it was gonna be here. Partners, compassion, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, social awareness. I heard that something's getting prepared behind the scenes. So I think it's just about that. Like sometimes if you rush things, you don't realize, right? Like yeah, like maybe whether it's something with you or something with the other person, there's still something being prepared. So if you want to rush the universe, be careful, right? Because yeah, It's almost like, yeah, you don't want to get pulled into some drama that you don't know you're being protected from or something like that. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Whoa. Interesting, man. I'm tempted to keep pulling, but I said today's just gonna be, but yeah, just take a leap of faith, right? Maybe today an opportunity will be presented, all right? Leap of faith, adventure, maybe that you're starting a whole new adventure and you're already being impatient with it. Because obviously, right, with the fool, it's like there's a whole new journey that you're embarking on. So why are you even being impatient? I guess, right? Maybe you just recently got single and you're ready, or something, or you finally feel like you cut the cords and you did all that and got, over a relationship or over a job you left or over something from the past. And now you're like, okay, there, but it's a whole new adventure. So enjoy the ride kind of thing is what I'm hearing. So adventure, innocence, right? Have that innocence about it, right? It's like that. I think it's about enjoying that journey, right? Yeah. Yeah. It says hour to, time to start a new experience. So feel like there's something with the masculine energy I'm feeling with you, Taurus. So maybe you're being a little too the masculine side. I don't know if that's more planning, more like, because that's what it feels like. Like you want things to go how they are on your checklist, but that's not. I mean, if you're watching tarot, clearly you're looking for the spiritual side of it, right? So I don't think that's how it works with that, right? So, okay, I think that's a message for you for today, right? So maybe that, right? I think maybe go for a hike or something, right? Something to clear your head, get grounded maybe or something, right? So you're not so impatient. I don't know, something, meditate, go swimming, something. Okay. So next is Taurus Gemini. Whoa, that one just flew out. Maybe some of you Geminis feel like you're in a soul contract with somebody, or is this someone thinking they're in a soul contract with you? Because as soon as I said or, my gut lit up. Okay, so either this is you or this is someone thinking they're in a soul contract with you. We'll find out right now. You're not in a soul contract, you're in the now. That's weird, right? I know Gemini had some weird energy recently, but let me see. But take it how it resonates, right? Obviously. There could be some Geminis that you're the ones that feel like you're in some kind of soul contract. And for some of you, it's someone else. Because my gut seems to light up more when I say it's someone else. I feel it like all the woof. All right. Craft. Wow, that's kind of the first thing when I saw Craft, I thought of that movie, The Craft, Sixth House. Let me know if in the comments if any of or the chat if any of you have seen that movie Obsession. Someone told me to watch it. There's some movie and they said they're like someone does something on that movie, but I'm gonna have to check it out over this weekend. Work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals. So Gemini's maybe make sure you do your daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification skills, apprenticeship method. Yeah, so maybe right now you're starting something new. Maybe you're focusing more on your health, right? Today. So maybe today is a good day to be healthy, eat healthy, right? Spence the healing. I love. I like that. If they don't grow, they gotta go. Spacecraft. I like that because that's what my song is called, Spaceship, that I just put out this morning. So, oh wow, that's funny, huh? Spacecraft. Yeah, that's funny. Crafts. I'm getting a slight headache right here, so I don't know. Um, wow, really? Interesting. Maybe you're a Taurus cusper. So maybe you're starting a new journey, Gemini. maybe you're starting a new journey. Maybe that had to do with it, right? Maybe for those of you that did feel like you were maybe denied that hadn't jumped out. Yeah, so maybe that's part of it, right? Like put something behind you if that's what it is, or maybe know your boundaries. If someone's coming at you like, no, we're in a soul contract, maybe you have to have those stronger boundaries and be like, nope, right? That candle sticking out at me, like, okay, if you thought we're in a soul contract, let me burn it real quick. Oh, look, now we're not. So something right with that fire jumped out at me. So it's like something, right? Starting a new journey. I wish I could go in deeper, right? But I don't want to be unfair to all the other signs. I'll do a deeper read later or tomorrow morning, but because I want to open it up for questions after. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Gemini. It looks like there's a new journey as well, right? Maybe you're a Taurus cusper, like I said. So why is this peeking out? Ah, I picked it up with it. I almost want to show it, but why is the Judgment card? So I don't know. I'll just say that because it got stuck with the card. That's crazy. But yeah. So maybe there was something with that, right? Like a little death and rebirth, and now there's a new journey, right? So let me go on to the next sign. So Gemini, today maybe a new adventure begins, right? So and if there's someone that comes at you with that, I mean, Mercury retrograde is over. Um, obviously we're still kind of in the energy of it, but I don't know. Or maybe you already had someone during this retrograde come back and be like, "Oh, we're in a soul contract or some crazy thing." But woke up not feeling too well. Oh, yeah. If you want, put it in the I mean, I don't know if you feel comfortable sharing with us about the bad dream. Maybe someone has some, or maybe you already had the insight into it. I don't know. Let me see what else. Okay, Gemini, Cancer. Okay. You know, it's beautiful because someone had a dream about something with me, and I told them that was dead on, right? I was like, wow. Um, yeah, yeah. So the universe, it's just beautiful, right? It lets me know that the universe loves me. Basically, I was like, wow. I was like, that's pretty cool, you know? Yeah, yeah. So the universe, yeah, it's beautiful. So, anyways, Cancer, here we go. Just because you're spiraling doesn't mean you're ascending. Uh-oh. You're not a Cancer, right, Dito? I don't know, cause it's that's funny. Just because you're spiraling doesn't mean, ugh, that's crazy. So Cancer, maybe for Cancers, you're feeling like there's something, but there's something deeper, is what I'm hearing, right? Um, so in Cancer's situation, it feels like, okay, well, let me pull a card for that. I'll read it right now. I know you guys, I don't want to get left behind in the chat, but let me finish this one. Wow. Okay. So that makes sense. So Cancer, healing. So maybe you are in the process of healing, right? Maybe before there is like an ascension, you gotta heal first. So maybe right now you're going through something, Cancer, and yeah, it's not necessarily that you're obviously you'll ascend after you, or maybe right now that's not even the focus, right? Like, oh, I'm ascending. It's about that you're healing, if that makes sense. I know it's making sense in my head. Hopefully, I'm explaining it right. Healing powers growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness. It's almost like what I'm hearing is like you gotta walk before you gotta crawl before you walk kind of thing, right? So maybe you were like, I don't know, focus on that for some reason, but yeah, it's like first things first, right? First heal all that stuff before you move on to the next phase, right? Kind of thing is what I'm hearing. Sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, pain. Definitely embrace the pain, right? Embrace healing the pain. Everyone has, there's nothing that gets to me more than when people try to force their views on you. Like everyone has a different way of grieving, everyone has a different way of healing. We can all um kind of support each other in that, right? And if you don't want to be a part of someone's journey, you don't have to be. So you even have to know that, right? Rather than imagine being around someone and you're just like irritated, like I don't like the way you do things. Okay, cool. Then make your exit, and maybe they'll find someone else that's supportive of them in that way, right? Um right? Because yeah, and I'm not talking about people that aren't trying to grow and aren't trying to heal. I'm saying that people that might have a little different way of doing things, and I don't know why that's popping in my head, but anyways, okay. So what else for Cancer? Whoa, Cancer! Wait, you gotta throw things around. Why you gotta throw things around, Cancer? Wow. Okay. So maybe right now is a good time to focus on work or something, right? While you're healing. Doesn't mean you have to just maybe there's generational trauma with money. That jumped out right now. Generational trauma. There's something there. Interesting. Ah, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because there's some. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Mm, yeah, okay. I feel like there's, yeah, so far, like, Cancer, you want to, like, this is a lot deeper, right? But let me see, how can I word this for the daily message, right? So today, just be careful, right? Don't overthink things. Crawl before you walk. Walk before you run, right? Focus on healing. If there's anything today, maybe you're gonna have a release. You're gonna feel like be in your feels, cry, let it out, right? If you need to take some time, go in a closet and scream, do something, right? Or be in nature, something. I think today that's kind of the important thing. Maybe you've been so busy working that you haven't had the chance to kind of let it out. So maybe there's part of that, or maybe that is part of it. Maybe you've been frustrated with finances, but I think if you take a moment, that it's gonna go further, right? Hopefully, I'm making sense because I know I'm trying to make this without going too deep for each time, but hopefully that made sense. Okay, let me see if I could catch up with some of this real quick. No, I feel like that was too. I'm not gonna catch up. I'll catch up with the chat after because that looks like that was a whole thing right there. Okay. So, anyways, let me see. Cancer. I already did Leo. Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what you got for today's message. Okay. Wow. I like it though. Trash day. Healing feels like garbage before it feels like growth. But see the sun's shining up there. I love it. The sun's shining from behind. See, like you don't see it. I don't know why they made this card so because really, I don't know. I get good feelings from this card, but it looks all right. The person looks beat up, but maybe like that, like the sun from the background, I could see like what's happening. So to me, yeah, it's fine, right? Sometimes you got to get rid of all the old junk. Maybe I don't know. Some Virgos that are connecting to this, maybe you tend to do a little hoarding here and there, right? Where you don't want to throw things away and it builds up. And if you think about it, that reflects in our personal life, right? We hoard on to things, emotional baggage, all this stuff. Eventually, by the time we release it, right, we feel all beat up and bruised, right? Or we don't want to let go of things or stuff like that. So that makes sense. But I don't know. It does feel like, because it's funny, right? You know, the sun's the happiest card in the regular, or, maybe different people interpret it differently, but the sun's supposed to be like the happiest card in the right in the tarot. So I don't know. There's something good about that. Ah, that's funny because today is trash day where I'm at too. So that's funny. Trash day. I'm not a Virgo, but that's funny. Scorpio, the powerhouse. Transform. Maybe that you're going through that transformation makes perfect sense, right? And there's still some things you gotta release. Transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive. Ah, that's funny because I mentioned that movie, that obsession movie. Intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, manipulative. Obviously, it says the both the shadowy aspects and the regular aspects. So maybe you're top. Maybe you got Scorpio placements, right? Maybe right now there's something to do with that. Maybe you're leaning into your. Maybe for your healing, you had to go deep, right? Because Scorpio's going deep. So maybe right now for your healing, you had to go in deep, and it's making you feel like, right? Like you didn't really want to have to go that deep, but or you don't, because yeah, going deep meant you have to throw things away, maybe something like that. Let me see what else for Virgo. Wow, maybe that you had to make a choice. You had to make a choice. Mm, for your balance. But I like, I think I said that last time, and it's kind of jumping out at me the same way. It's like putting that blindfold on and really trusting spirit. So that's a beautiful thing. See, I got chills when I said that. So it's not about like, oh, I'm gonna go this way, that way. It's like putting on that blindfold and saying, okay, I'm gonna have blind faith. I trust you, kind of like surrendering to spirit, right? So that's more what I'm feeling. I don't feel like it was there's an indecisive. It's like a surrendering energy. But maybe that's half Virgos. The other half is like having to make a choice, right? Stuff like that. So that's kind of the quick message I'm getting. I feel like something is right around the corner. So I'll just throw that in, right? That's kind of so I feel like there is something coming in around the corner. Like and yeah, that'll even be a choice though. So. Okay, Virgo, Libra, right? Libra. Virgo, Libra, Libra. Whoa. Libra. Okay, so you can't manifest while you're miserable. So let's see, what did Libra have to do to get joyful again? What do you have to do to get cheerful again, Libra? Let's find out. See if they give us a quick message within this. Oh, that's sad, huh? It gave me chills, so I feel like someone's connecting. Some Libra out there is connecting with that, feeling all sad, like that. I don't know. I hear like Eeyore, right? Like they do it to me every time, like that. Oh, maybe something with communication left you sad. Maybe you got communication you didn't necessarily want to hear, Libra. Or maybe communication, that's what it would take to cheer you up. Maybe you're not someone that usually reaches out. Reach out to somebody, right? Talk to some friends. Look at the bees, right? Community, you know? Think of it like the communication being like the soothing humming of a bee, right? Bzzz, right? Just hearing someone else's voice, right? The vibration that we as humans share with each other, right? Could cheer you up that fast. You know what I mean? Hmm. Yeah, that's deep. Words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trade, ideas, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, wonder. That's funny because I got the comfort. I didn't even think about it. As I was saying that about the vibration, my phone vibrated. So that's so funny. So I take that as the confirmation. Maybe for you, reach out to somebody, Libra. If someone doesn't reach out to you, then you communicate all that good stuff. All right, what else? What else? What else? Wow. Okay, so I think that's what it was. Ten of Swords. So maybe something big just happened for you, Libra. Maybe you need a vent about that, and it'll help you even feel. Because I'm even feeling a little anxiety with that, right? So I think whatever happened kind of has you in your head. You've been feeling, yeah. I think you're going about this alone right now, and so yeah, I feel like you need to communicate with somebody and share a little bit of that, right? And then things will open up, boom, 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 like seemingly out of nowhere. Maybe someone's gonna be like, "Oh, whoa, I'm going through that too," or something, right? That's why it's crazy. We don't realize that our story sometimes is not only our story. There's others going through it, right? Collectively. Okay, so that's it. Libra for the daily message. Let me see. Scorpio, right? Wow, I thought I already did Scorpio. That's crazy. Oh, because Scorpio came out in Virgos, right? Yeah. Oh, it was 10-10. Wow. So, you all of you are on the East Coast then? Because it's 7 here where I'm at. That's funny. I don't think I've out, right? Where's everybody at? I know Brittany's in New Mexico, right? That's crazy. What? The same card, really? I know I was I know I was shuffling all that good stuff. But hey, I guess, it is what it is. I forgot who else got this. Was it Cancer? Just because you're spiraling doesn't mean you're ascending. Uh-oh, Scorpio. Oh wow, your fellow water signs. Okay. I'll take it that that's what came out. So what's going on right now with Scorpio? Why that card? Scorpio. Are you in the process of healing? Oh, whoa, that one just flew right out. Capricorn. Interesting. The boss. Huh. Serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, disciplined. Capricorn, the boss. Why did that come out for Scorpio? And what does that have to do with the spiraling? Maybe the same, right? Because I think that's kind of the energy with Cancer. It was about like maybe you've been too busy with work or something, too many responsibilities. Okay, why Capricorn and why spiraling? Come on, one card. Okay, so there was a tower moment. Scorpio, something with a tower moment. Hmm, man, that's interesting. So there was some kind of, right? Maybe with work, maybe this the same, right? This tower moment was meant to push you so you could be the boss of something, right? Maybe that. It forced you to leave a job. It forced you into a leadership position, right? Maybe you saw others because I think like when I became management at some job, that's exactly like I don't know, someone said something like, oh, and it's always like if you feel like, I could do better than like, this management or whatever, and then the opportunity presents, oh yeah, why don't you put in for it then? Okay, I will. And then boom, something like that. Or you just leaving a job and being like, you know what, I could do this, right? I'm gonna do this. So something with that, Scorpio. But a tower had to occur. So maybe it's something similar, right? Like it's not a time of to be worried about that right now, like, oh, I'm ascending or this or that. It's more about right now you're in the process of building something for yourself. So it feels more like there's always gonna be obviously a spiritual component to it, but like maybe right now you're dealing with more worldly matters. And that's part of you understanding, right? Because obviously the crown chakra, so they're trying to really speak to you. Changes, right? Mm, maybe it feels like a crisis right now. This card is interesting to me because I don't know who would think that they're ascending because they're spiraling. So I don't know. Take this card how it resonates. Maybe, or maybe there's something in that. Oh, well, this is a spiritual thing, but it just feels more like you have having to deal with human things, right? Like even in cancer's um situation, like having to take the time to heal. So for you, it's like having to take the time to, okay, I'm starting this business, or I'm having to look for a new, well, not new, yeah, well, yeah, I guess like a new career because you're starting your own thing if you're leaving something else, right? But it happened because it's for your highest good. Like this was meant to happen because it's like your destiny, in other words. Or maybe you were putting it out, like, "Ah, I could do better than, what these people are doing, or, stuff like that. Or seeing, right, being around management that's horrible, and then you're like, I want to be the manager. I want to start my own business, or things like that, right? Something with that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, at least this is making me want to do the a deeper read later, right? Because I'm, yeah, there's you can't get that deep into it with just a few cards. Land of Enchantment, is that what New Mexico's called? We fly the Pittsburgh. Oh, okay. Philadelphia. Nice. Still. Oh, you don't have a team in New Mexico? That's crazy. Oh, I didn't know you were originally from Texas, Brittany. Okay, so Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. You're the main character, start acting like it. So maybe Sagittarius, you've been playing kind of a background role. Interesting. I like that though. Let me see. So for the daily message, you're a main character and I'll start acting like it. Wow. Maybe that's part of the Saturn return, right? Maybe you're a customer with Scorpio and it felt like things were crumbling down, but it was meant because, yeah, maybe you were in a Saturn return. Discipline, structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, scaffolding. Wow, interesting. Scaffolding, I always think that, right? Like the painters when they're scaffolding up the side of a building so it's like that. Like, I don't know, like there's been levels, right? For you to, well, even that, right? With the wisdom, the rings, right? The more rings, the more wisdom. Look at all my hummingbirds, they're going crazy outside. I could hear them all. So there's a lot. Wow. That's crazy. I don't know if the mind is a crazy thing, but I was smelling like pine. Maybe you live next to pines or something. That's interesting. I liked it though. That was a good smell. Hmm. Okay. Let me see. So yeah. So for the day, Sagittarius, I guess maybe that it's for you to come to the realization that you're the main character. Maybe yeah, you're just going through Saturn. Wow. Maybe that's why you didn't feel like a main character because of that. Maybe you were in a relationship that you know they had you more like if you're just there to fit their story, like they were the main character. And this is kind of reminding you that no, you have your own story, right? Hmm. Interesting. And maybe that was part of it. That was a lesson for you, right? To learn that you're not here to just play someone's sidekick. That's funny because I was watching this show, Heroes, because it's all on Netflix. And I remember before I never got to see it, like finish it before, right? But I remember there's this little struggle with like the character Hero and his friend Ando, because then Ando kind of steps into main character energy, and then it's like if Hero is upset about that or something, but it's like, hey, this dude's his own person too. So, something like that. So I'm getting that, Sagittarius. So today's message for the day, right? Maybe you'll be confronted with that, and it's a reminder that, hey, you are the main character of your story, right? So, okay. So let me see. Sagittarius, Capricorn. Okay. Oh, really? Wow. The pines, yeah. I got the like smell. Someone had given me before these like the copal, it's like the sap, I believe, of the tree, right? And the same, they had given me like the sap of the pines, and I used to burn it. Obviously spiritually. I'm not sure if it's more protection, but it is cleansing as well, right? The pine. So I used to burn it too. Okay, so for Capricorn, what in the world? I don't even know. Have I seen this one? Don't channel messages when you're hungry. So maybe that's funny because I always like to do the readings before I eat, right? Because I feel like I'm clearer. But maybe for you it's the opposite. Maybe it puts you in a lighter, fluffier mood, Capricorn, to where you feel happier. You might need that. So, like I said earlier, right? We're all different. So always embrace our differences, right? Feed me first. That's crazy. Maybe it's something to do with that, right? Give an offering to your ancestors and all that, right? And they'll always assist you when you're getting messages, or keep unwanted things out, right? Out of your space too, all that good stuff. Man, that looks good right now, like the pizzas and hamburgers and all that. Okay, so Capricorn. I heard that thing like that movie Little Shop of Horrors where it goes, feed Miss Seymour, right? Is that what it is? I like that purple feather. I mean, I don't know what bird has purple feathers, but I'd love to find like a purple feather like that. But a real one, not like a painted fake one. I don't know if any bird has. I'm sure there's probably parrots that have a purple feather, but I like that one. Purple is like royalty, right? So maybe there's something with that, Capricorn. Hmm. I got chills with that. Maybe some of you are tapped in. It's okay, right? To eat and all that good stuff. Libra, the idealist. Harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware, artistic, people pleasing. fair, idealistic, aesthetic, choosy, aspirational, geometric, graceful, considerate, obliging, and decisive, judgmental, flattering. So it always obviously says the shadow side and then the balance side of the card. So I don't know what side of the Libra spectrum are you on right now, Capricorn? Well, let's find out because I mean, so far I think the message is just that maybe balance, right? Maybe right now feeling balance. That's why maybe for you it is about being comfortable. Maybe you just work better when you're comfortable. So don't try to overly like sacrifice something even to seem more a certain way or something because you actually, yeah, you tap in better when you're comfortable, maybe, right? Hmm. Maybe today there's gonna be something ignited, a passion. I'm guessing it's saying try not to be impulsive. Maybe even that, right? You might try not to be overly right, like the whole eat a Snickers thing. Maybe there's something, right? Because impulsive, I'm getting try not to snap at somebody. I think that's a message for today, Capricorn. Eat something, right? Don't try to don't get hangry today. Maybe if you're at work and you're just like, "Hi, I gotta get this done" or something, or take some time to eat. Don't be impatient. So that's kind of what I'm getting. But also, right on the flip side, maybe you're gonna get a creative spark and channel it that way, right? Right, rather than blowing up on somebody, maybe today that passion it's there for a reason. Just use it in the right way, um, or a way that'll be more what is it? What's the word? Constructive for yourself. Is that a word? Constructive? Yeah, right. Constructive for yourself. Yeah, use it that way. You know that one, Brittany, the Little Shop of Horrors, Feed Me Seymour. Oh, Gizmo. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. My nephew's daughter. So I don't know what that is, like your great niece or something. She is? But she had this little. It's funny because I forgot what they're called, like fugly or something. I was like, because they're like these ugly, and I think it was like an ugly gizmo or an ugly gremlin. I think it was an ugly gremlin, right? And it's like and that's her little plush toy that she had, or her little thing. It's funny, right? But yeah, I don't know that why that's in with kids now. Like that's the thing, because even like that, what is it, Five Nights at Freddy or something like that, where it's like all. So I don't know. That's crazy that now all the kids' toys they're like more on the scary looking side. But she had like that yesterday, little, yeah, like an ugly gremlin. I forgot what they said they're called, like fuglies or something. I don't know what. Uh-oh, did I finish the I did, yeah, I did finish the Capricorn, right? So I'm with Aquarius now. Okay, Aquarius. Or I'm on Aquarius now. Why did I say I'm with Aquarius? That's funny. Okay, okay. So for Aquarius, wow. Who's the one that I just got that with? Maybe you have that in your chart because look it. You are not the main character in their story. Wow. So maybe there's something in that for you too, right? Knowing that hey, someone else isn't you're never gonna be that to them, then maybe it's time to, you know, go on your own journey. Like if someone's not treating you like you matter in their story, or you're just like a sidekick or something, like speak when spoken to kind of thing, or some weird dynamic there. Wow, look at maybe you're meant to be a mystic yourself and you're over here, right? Aquarius. Well, clearly Aquarius, hello, right? Pisces, the mystic. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathic, mythical, maybe mythical and mystical. Adoring. Yeah, right. We're in the age of Aquarius. Like, I would think it's your time to shine. Magical, allowing, dreamy, ephemeral, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical. So try not to fall into that self-pitying, illogical, all that good stuff, right? And look at, bam, the death card. So I feel like you're definitely meant to close out that cycle. If you haven't done it, don't be surprised if you haven't done it if it happens today, right? My crown's lighting up. Maybe for some of you Aquariuses, it'll be like that, right? Out of nowhere, you're gonna realize, you know what? Screw this. I mean, clearly sad about it, but I mean, there is always that sadness, right? When you realize you're not being appreciated, when you realize you didn't really matter in someone's story, of course, there's that kind of heartbreak, right? But then after that comes that freedom, that like your spirit being set free, your soul, not like like on a like more human sense of the word freedom, right? Like, I mean, that could feel just as liberating as well, but there's that, right? First, obviously, there's the heartbreak of like, wow, this person didn't give no blanks, right? No plucks. Yeah, so that's crazy. Yeah, but my whole crown lit up, so I feel like that's probably what's coming to you. Maybe today you're gonna have that realization if you haven't already. Aquarius. Oh wow, that was part of your dream. Interesting. What are you again, Dito? What's your sun sign? I mean, I know it's like all the things anyways, but oh, you just said it. Duh. Wow. That's so funny. Aries, you're an Aries sun and Aquarius moon. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so who am I drawing blanks? Oh, Pisces. Ah, and the Pisces card just came out, huh? That's so funny. So maybe you're a cusper. Yeah, maybe Aquarius was a cusper with Pisces. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so moving on to Pisces. Let's see what comes out for Pisces. 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 Uh-oh, Pisces. Maybe you've been feeling too comfortable. So for you, maybe it is about your comfort zone is a trap, Pisces. Take it how it resonates. There's something, right? Maybe you're meant to grow and, whether that's a relationship thing, a career thing, job, right? Something. So if you've been comfortable lately, maybe things are gonna get shooken up, right? Let me see. Wait, am I on last but not least Pisces? It is, right? Okay, last but not least Pisces. Yeah. Whoa, that one flew out. Taurus. Is Taurus Pisces cusp? No, right? That's Aries is the next. Yeah, so earthly, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile. Wow, maybe you have been like just feeling cozy, boot up or something. Ample, worthy, right? Pleasure seeking, right? Maybe you've been focused on the pleasure seeking aspects. Possessive, loyal, patient. Wow, my heart is like kind of glowing with that. So maybe you have been kind of just enjoying being boot up or being or kind of be more in like the pleasures, right, of the world kind of thing. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, it says your comfort zone is a trap. So yeah, see, this came out in reverse. So maybe, yeah, you're just kind of like, I'm not making no decisions right now. I'm not nothing, right? I feel like because of that, um, I think the universe might cause some drama just to make you, right? So don't be surprised if you were to get into an argument or something with your significant other, or it's almost like I hate to say it, but it's like the universe's way of like, all right, how do we get you moving? Fine, right? It's like when I had to right, my job of 9 years, right? My brother worked there too, and we got into a huge fight, and then I just didn't even want to be at the same place that he worked, right? So after that, I didn't want to be there anymore, and that's what kind of triggered for me to finally leave that job of 9 years that I've been probably getting hints to leave for years already, right? So yeah, no, wait, yeah, Pisces, right? Yeah. So okay, so I think that's it for that. Let me know if anyone has any question you want me to pull a card for you. Any specific question? I probably got like a cool little 10 minutes or something. If someone wants me to pull a card. In the meantime, let me see. Let me read what I missed right here. Oh yeah, you're a Pisces. I forget, Brittany. I think because a lot of times you always talk about the Capricorn, right? You have the Capricorn stellium and all that stuff. I don't know why I always think of you more like in relation to Capricorn than Pisces. I don't know if it's because you have more Capricorn in your chart or something, or do you have a Pisces stellium as well? Yeah, well, let me know if no one has a question, then I'll close it out because I'm gonna take Capricorn's advice about the eating, right? Yeah, so I could eat something before I have to get going, and I'm not hangry and stuff. Okay, well, let me see. Maybe I could do a closing overall message for everybody. Let me see. Then I'll go back and I'll read the chat after. Wow, five Capricorn. That's crazy. Friends is a dead end or worth my time. Okay, so let me go ahead and ask that for you, Brittany. No, no, I'm good. Let me see. So, is what you're trying to work on healing with your friends a dead end or worth your time? Okay. Is it a dead end? I got two interesting things, so I'm gonna tell you, and you could tell me what you feel about it, Brittany. So first, I asked, "Is it a dead end?" And they said yes. But trust your intuition, right? Is it worth your time? Also got yes. Why? What I'm getting is because no matter what, if you do it, like there's something fulfilling in that, right? It's almost like that when you're the bigger person, even if someone else isn't receptive to it, hey, you leave knowing that you tried something. So I feel like that's something, and there you are, Pisces, right? So it's something good about it's gonna leave you feeling fulfilled somehow, some way. So that's what I got. Um, yeah. So I feel that that's kind of oh Pisces too. Wow, that's funny. Duh. So yeah. So I feel like that's confirmation, right? Um so clearly it might be a dead end, right? But intuitively, if that's what you're being guided to do, I feel like no, it's definitely not a waste of time. It is worth your time because regardless, you leave knowing that you tried to do what you could, right, with the situation. It's like it leaves you more emotionally fulfilled. You don't leave thinking about the what ifs, right? That stays with somebody else if they later on their conscience eventually is like, damn, well, why was I unreceptive to that, right? If someone was trying to make amends or fix a situation, you see what I'm saying? So that's the message I got for that. Foster Town, you said you have that same question. So you have a situation right now like that, like of like a situation that you're trying to fix. Let me ask that. That is so weird. Wow. So I feel like for you, Foster Town, if you had the same question as Brittany, because that's what I know there's a delay here, but I got that. Is it a dead end? For now, it feels like it is, right? And is it worth your time? The Ace of Swords in reverse came out, right? So that's I'm taking that almost like a because upright it's success, right? This and that. So it's almost like there's no success in that for now, right? Maybe this situation leads you to be inspired with something else. Like there's something else that will benefit more from that energy than trying to fix something with someone that isn't gonna be receptive at this moment. But that's what it is. Maybe just at this moment, there's that's why it's like it's not worth the time because um let me see. Why isn't it worth the time? Let me. Wow, that's funny. As I split the deck, the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. Maybe the energy you would waste in that is like there's another connection, right? That would have. Hmm. Maybe in trying to fix it, it'll lead to more drama. I got chills with that. Like I don't know. Sometimes it's like that. There's someone. Hmm. So let me know if that resonates. Where sometimes because it happens, right? There's sometimes people we try to mend things with, and then it ends up worse, right? Like, damn. Because of course, someone, wow, okay, fine, let's. Like I don't know, if you ever saw like that thing where what is it, the Ross thing, where him and Rachel, they're like, oh, they meant things, and then after in his head, he's just like, oh, we were on a break or whatever, and then things end up worse, right? Because you know, yeah, something like that. But trust your intuition, right? I mean, obviously I'm feeling this refreshed feeling on the heart, right? So maybe there's something in knowing that hey, or maybe like Brittany, right? If you feel you really need to try something, then do it for your own peace of mind, right? Um, And then yeah, just know to walk away. Like maybe this is a good like confirmation to not take it personal because there's something like just knowing that hey, if you try something and someone else isn't receptive to it, there's nothing you could do, right? Nothing you can do. Like that's really big, right? Because whatever's going on in their head or the way they're perceiving a situation, sometimes will have nothing to do with you, right? I've had those things where it's like talking to a wall. There's just yeah, like there's no point in freaking killing yourself mentally about it, right? There really isn't. So hopefully that gives you some kind of answer with that. Yeah. I'll tell you this personally, right? Like me and my brother, we've gone through it a few times here and there, right? And yeah, I went to his house, right? He was drinking, said some things, boom. We almost got into like kind of a physical altercation. Then yeah, I didn't talk to him for like over a year, and then after like, and it's weird. Like this is the weirdest. It's good now, but it's just that we're not. It's never how it used to be, right? We don't talk like we used to be. Like he used to call me, we'd be on the phones for hours while he's at work, right? And we'll be talking all that stuff. It's never been like that again, but it's cool. There's no problem anymore. The whole dynamic changed, right? The whole relationship changed, but there's no ill feelings anymore. There's no nothing with that, right? It's just a different relationship. And yeah, we had to take over a year apart, like of not talking. And then now, hey, it's cool. Like we're good. There's nothing negative. There's nothing like that. But it's not like it used to be, but I don't mind it at all. It's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that for me. So I'll just to throw that in there, right? I don't know, you know. So on that note, I think that's it. I don't think you put a question, right, Dito? So on that note, yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you all. I'm gonna go through the chat right now. I'm gonna end it though because I do gotta get going, and then I'll read this real quick and all that good stuff and see what I missed. All right, thank you, Brittany, Dito, Foster Town. Hopefully some of that helped, right? Hopefully it resonated. I'll put a link to my do you put Brittany? Yeah. It's okay, it happens like that, right? Yeah, sometimes it just happens like that. And as long as yeah, it's if that's what was for the best, that's what was for the best, right? So yeah, I'll see you all. I'll put a link to my new music video in the comments, right? So if anyone wants to check it out and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. I'm gonna go through the chat thing right now. All right, have a great day, and I'll do either a deeper all signs later tonight or tomorrow morning. Okay, all right, peace, everybody.